What's up? Okay, so we're continuing the Seed Saga today, going into Stargazer. And so we're gonna build, first of all, well, I changed the order a little bit from what you might notice. So we're gonna do the civilian Astray and then later. So with this one, while I'm just getting set up, I just briefly want to talk about the sort of linear progression of technology, and I don't think there's much else to say today. Probably just going to be a simple, normal build. So, with the advancement of technology in the Seed era, the CE Cosmic era, at first they made the G weapons, which were pretty sick. They had, whatchamacallit, the phase shifting armor, which was very nice. It was an interesting system and a sort of cool design for anime. Basically, we'd have like a desaturated color version where it was all grayed out, and it looked inactive because it wasn't active. And then you would turn the suit on, push the button, and then the phase shift armor would kick in, and it would add color to the unit and everything, and that was cool. But that technology was limited by energy. And because of the N-jammer cancelers, they couldn't use nuclear generators. So that technology got completely derailed. They had no way of sustaining that amazing defense they had under prolonged combat situations. Which is why so many of the fights in Gundam Seed Destiny are Seed and Seed Destiny are super short. They have to constantly retreat because of their operating limits and stuff. So a cool thing that came about towards the end of that era, in early Seed and then late Seed Destiny, was not just the invention of the N-jammer cancelers, but the invention of some kind of new polymer alloy or whatever they came up with that was just as effective as the phase shifting armor. So they equipped it to the strike daggers and M1 Astrays. And then eventually leading into the civilian Astray variant, which was actually pretty interesting when you think about the post-war climate, how all of a sudden you have all these weapons and stuff left over that are available now for civilian purchase. So that's kind of where this unit comes from, the civilian Astray. And then the DSS is Deep Space Survey Division units, which is kind of the whole theme of Stargazer. I haven't seen Stargazer yet. I'll watch that sometime after this build is done. But I know that it's based off of space traveling and stuff, and expansion into Mars and whatnot. It's side content. It doesn't really, I think, come up again later. But it's interesting stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to get that stuff out of the way. Tell you this is why we're doing this instead of this, because it has the the improved armor system. Yeah. The C being for civilian and the M and M1 Astray being for military, I assume. But yeah, we're not doing the M1, we're doing the C custom for Deep Space Survey. And I really like the design of this suit, hence why I have it in the collection now. I believe this is a headpiece. Things are a little bit scattered. Something funny, actually, about this unit specifically is that it's the, not the unit, this model kit, it's the only one so far where I accidentally tipped the box over. So the pieces got kind of messed up, so, we might have some difficulty with that today, hopefully not too much, if at all. And yeah, just making sure I have all my tools out of the bag, and we should be pretty good. I was doing some cleanup and stuff yesterday, so things are not exactly where I remember them being, because I'm trying to clean up everything. I don't know if you can see boxes in the corner and stuff over here. So yeah. I feel like I opened up the legs or something. Alright, this goes in the back, the butt, and so on and so forth. So let's find a starting point here. Gonna start with the toes and build the legs up first, because why else? Or why would you want to build any other part first? And I'm missing the polycap on her. Anyways. So, because this is also, I mentioned the M1 Astray again, I completely forgot why until just now, is that this is an older, I think 2000, more like 2004, 2003, design coming from a spin-off series, but it's also based off of the original high-grade Astrays. So the technology is very much dated. It's kind of, like, eh. But having not completed the model yet, it might be good. I certainly do like the design, like I mentioned earlier. So we'll see how it holds up compared to some more modern stuff I've been building. It has some really unique looking polycaps and like sort of pre-molded like arm bending looking and stuff, Yeah. Okay, we have the bottom part here. And this top part here. Am I looking for a gap or there's a slight gap? That's not what we're looking for. That's really cool. And the styling of the feet is very nice. So that goes in and then boom. Those are pretty cool looking feet already. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the whole thing. Like, this kit has of course been reprinted in the last couple of years. I've seen blue label versions before, but I ended up getting this one without really caring about that. So yeah, I have this. Oh, and these two kits I keep forgetting to mention are the blue duel and the civilian Astray are from a future what do you call it, box opening or whatever. So you haven't actually seen me unbox these and do like the whole internal thing yet. That's just kind of how the Seat Saga ended up working out. Like I mentioned, I kind of got these kits on a whim and then realized the anniversary was now, so I just threw them in here. Okay. Do the bottom of the feet too. It's very nice pre-molded too. I probably want to color this. You can't even see like the thruster bit here. I could hit that with like an orange or a red later. That'd probably look really nice once it's detailed out. So I'm gonna move these toes to the side here. All these bips and bobs. Feeling a little uncomfortable here. Let me move around. This box is kind of in the way. Yeah, it took me a while to upload that speed build. I'm just kind of struggling with the music over here. Like, there are a lot of songs that are the same in the series. You didn't really realize that. And like doing so many kits from like the franchise, it's tough to kind of not use all the music up at once, So, I just wanted to mention that briefly. I'll probably end up reusing a bunch of stuff. Doing, I did have an initial idea for this one though, just kind of going for, what was it? Yeah. Every time I do like the speed builds, I kind of always go for the same theme of like dark and then positive, and I don't know if that's getting old or if anyone can tell that. Is why I kind of want to talk about it. Like, I can tell this cat part. Am I putting these two pieces together? Or what? Oh, looks a lot bigger in the picture, I guess. Is that what that is? Oh, it says to put D17. So it's telling me to put two pieces together and not showing me. Okay, so I'm guessing that's this. I'm saying this is wrong. This one. And then okay. Yeah, having not built the Astray units, but having seen them, they do look very similar to this one. This is not here. This must be somewhere else. I probably mistook this for an arm piece or something. Same here. Yeah. Anyways. I'm kind of excited to finally watch the Stargazer movie though, because it's seed content I have not seen yet. And like I heard a bunch of stuff about it, I've seen a bunch of clips from it, but I haven't experienced it yet. But what I have been doing in the meantime, besides just finishing watching Gundam Seed again, which, oof, that went some places I did not remember. Very interesting how that stuff all plays out. But also been reading some of those Astray comic books, mangas. I've only started like the one so far, but it's pretty interesting. I forget what it's called again, but it has the outframe in it, and the outframe is super interesting. It's like a civilian, not even civilian, it's a journalistic type use frame. So the guy has just a giant camera instead of a gun. It's a shame they never made that into a proper kit. From what I can find, it's like a bunch of third-party versions of it. But yeah. And those look pretty good. Interesting. So this just goes into this kind of roughly, if you ask me. But it's older technology. I didn't put this thing in the wrong way, have I? It's just like a weird fit. So this is supposed to be 1, 2. It might be in backwards actually. Yeah, it's in backwards. And then A5, I guess this. I can't tell what this is asking me to do. Doesn't seem right. I think because it asked for this to go on first. Got him itchy all over right now. Try the opposite with this other leg piece. When there's only one way to go on, I wish they wouldn't bother telling me to put it on a certain way, you know? It's confusing. It's like, only put it on this way. That's the only way it goes on. It's like, exactly. Should use your sideways all the way. Oh, is that a nub? I think I see a nub blocking me. It's not quite all the way in there, I think. These do look pretty nice though, in spite of their old design. Okay, then we need these two. So this faces outward. And it sort of gets clipped on into this. So moves like that. Oh no, backwards chicken bone. Yeah. I don't know what it is lately, but I think because I've been building such old kits, like my sticker discipline has just completely gone out the window. All of my stickers are like peeling off or like getting super lost or just like wrecked because of multiple sticking ons. Actually, one of the kits I was building in the series, I'll probably talk about it again later, so forgive me. But had the eye sticker get completely wrecked, so then I just used a gold marker for the eyes instead, and it came out looking really sick, so I'll probably do that again later with it. This feels like a huge, but okay. I feel like it's really dark around here too. I don't know what's going on. That's an okay leg bend for something that old. We're missing some pieces in the back. Help lock it in place. That is still pretty impressive though. For like a deep space random use. This has its own forward pivot. Okay. I was expecting some backwards pivot, but it's all just locked in place with the that. Yes, the that. And then we have forward covering and back covering. Okay. This is very simple, which is good. That's one thing I like about the old kits is they were simple. They might not have been very sturdy, but they were always simple. It wasn't like combining 15 parts to make like a leg. It was single digits. Or maybe I'm wrong. I haven't built every single kit. That's kind of cool how it's faking the inner frame here. I like that. And then for the back, what goes in the back? This with a lid? Okay. So that wedge is in here. I'm guessing it's upside down. So that wedge is in here. The two meet in the center, and then this gray piece goes in the back. So it's supposed to like a thruster. That should probably be cut off. A little bit of nub here. Sure we have everything going. I think there were stickers or something I missed. Okay. So the first thing it's gonna say is put on this leg clamp thing. This leg armor. Gotta protect your feet. Then you have to protect your protection. Oh my gosh. Let's see, on the ground looks better. So, the clamp here. Okay. So it clamps in forward and locks in place. Oh, I see. There's a little space up here on the inside. So, I suppose this should go over the leg. It's not really showing if it goes over the leg or not, but I imagine it would have to go over this red piece in order to work properly. The spacing isn't really there. Maybe I should just flip it. Okay. Such an awkward fit, but okay. Yep. Oh, I missed a step or two. So this one. The front piece here. Here. place. Yeah, it's really hard to get at. And then we're missing stackers. Probably could have applied these earlier, but I just forgot. Been a while since I've done stickers on camera, so this is nice. Oh yeah, these are the old style stickers. They don't even have numbers. They just have kanji or whatever. I don't know if you can see that. Point at something like this. Yeah. They've like matched the words. I could just try to match them by size, I guess. Or are they both the same at the top at the bottom, maybe? I don't know. Let's just peel off a random sticker and see where it goes. It's always nice when the sticker has an outline that you can follow. I don't know why it's already so dark. Can't quite tell if these are the same length both at the top and at the bottom. All slightly off. That's fine. Not a bad forward lunge. Got like almost nothing going on in the back foot rotation though. So that kind of sucks. But otherwise, looking pretty good all around. Get these up straight. See that in the background? Kind of. Okay. Move that over here. Again, and this is not a flat surface that I'm building on. Maybe I should change that or something. God damn it. What is over here? Just a little slight edge over there. And those legs aren't even straight either. Okay, so we did the legs, and next would be the waist. So let's build up the waist. That's the same Astray style waist unit here, this piece. I think it's, what you call it? I think I would call it the leg grooving or something. That's what I would refer to it as. The grooving is the same as with all the Astray units. I think, did I forget this, or does this go in? This goes in later. Oh, that's interesting. This is in a second. Wasn't there here this black piece? Oh, it's doing that weird thing where these two steps. So 11.1 and 11.2. I don't know if you can see that. It's at the bottom here. You're supposed to do this. That's so annoying. Why wouldn't they just have like this come before here? I should mention it has this. I don't know if you'd say nice, but these are pretty cool black clear parts. Leaves up a longer end at the tip. You can't. You probably couldn't see through it actually. It's that. It's more like a gray than a clear black. Could see through that. See here? So we have that, and then that. So it's kind of see-through. Paper is see-through. On your finger. Don't know why. It's for space, though. And then these are both on separate ball joints, so you can of course split them in half. I like to do it when it's already built together, because when it's two separate pieces, it's annoying. So I just twist them to loosen them up, and then I do the same thing when they're inside, or I give it a little bit of a snip beforehand. But yeah. And then it should break apart somewhat. There you go. And now they're broken. But there's still a little bit of thing in between them, so yeah. I feel like it's better this way. Good. So now we're just missing. This is such an interesting piece to me. I don't know how efficiently that'll work. I think it probably limits leg articulation and like the sides. That's why they might have abandoned this, or why it's only is for Astray units. I don't know. But you do see this again later in the arms, I believe. So that was upside down, right? Doesn't it does say specifically to be bottom side up. So. So, there you go. The red bit facing down, or the red bit facing forward? Facing down. I don't know why that would matter, because it's just spinning all over the place. There you go. Is that just for, does it not go all the way through? I would assume it goes all the way through. It's caught here. And we're gonna be here for a while. I don't know why they asked you to do this last when all this shit's in the way of it. here. Uh-oh. I have to call our buddy, Mr. Part Separator. Where is the separating filter? There. This is poor direction why they ask you to do this, Linus. So I'm just assuming this is like supposed to somehow support both of the legs. I don't have a second window. And it doesn't say ×2. Oh no, it says left, right. Okay, never mind. So I must have a second one somewhere in this place. Oh, here it is. It's just an awkward piece. Is that why they abandoned it? Roll over to the side. Okay. Had myself sweat and print with them. But you see, that's why I'm using the rubber band now. If anyone was wondering, why is there a rubber band in the bag? Holding all the bags together. That's why. Just, I could kind of tell I didn't put everything away properly. And I'm like, I don't ever want to deal with that again, all the shit flying loose in the box. Anyway. Oh, that's why. Okay. The reason why you do it last is because if you don't put it in properly, then it stops the thing from sliding in. So instead of worrying about the bottom axis, it's just like all the way in horizontal. All the way in, instead of worrying about like not getting in from the top. And then put the screws back on. How are we doing for time here? Oh, fantastic time. Yep. We're good. Did I miss this, or do these come in? Not at all. No. Okay. And then okay, so put the legs on. Let me make sure these are still very annoying, even though I understand it. Gonna have to bring out a tool that we almost never use. Just these pincers. Be careful not to like crush the ball too hard. Yep. So that's facing down. There's some good spacing actually. This adds having it facing downward actually adds a gap, which you would want between the legs. Oh, very solid sounding connection. So let's see here. We have not a lot of side to side movement. We can probably get about that far between the two before these ball gaps get in the way. Okay. And then we have the skirting armor, which I think barely limits our articulation, if at all. I believe it's this way, but it could go either. I'm interested, now that I'm doing it, I can kind of think of custom stuff. It's harder to think of stuff when it's unbolt. But I'm already getting some ideas now. Not that I had any to begin with. But yeah. I like that kind of samurai style padding. Okay, that's that. And then we flip it, and then we go backwards. This is the way. Here, maybe try not making it. Okay. So here, I don't remember what this piece is. I guess it's the backpack. So, into the arms. This is the waist unit. I believe this is also part of the head too, what we got earlier. Actually, no, I did have an idea for a custom earlier on. Because of the weird, awkward shape of the gun, I was thinking about like getting some kind of, which actually they recently announced they have like multicolored markers. I forget what they're going under, a different branding or something. But like some new EX markers that have like the Trans Am, the Moonlight Butterfly, and the Hyper Mode color markers. So I was like, oh man, it'd be cool to have like a rainbow color, because then I would put coloration in the backpack, and then get like a wire, attach it to the gun, and have it just be like, this is just like some graffiti junk spray paint unit. Like, I mean, you know, if you had mobile suits, you'd probably use them to like spray paint and tag your spaceship or something silly like that. I don't know. That's a funny idea for a custom, I think. I don't know what these parts are. What are they? I know this is the neck. This is, you have the option of a face shield or no face shield. I wanted to go with the face shield design because it's so unique. I can't seem to recognize these parts. Oh, here we go. This is that. And then there's a, I'm guessing red little piece that goes through. I might have had parts made from. Let's see here. It's not in here from what I can tell. It's not in there. It just must just be the scale in there. I'm having trouble identifying. Scale. Oh, here it is. I don't know how I didn't see this. It's this huge ass thing. And then this thing. And then I'm guessing it's a red. You can't quite see that either. This looks like a piece of rubber. Oh, it's an antenna. That's why it's on rubber. It's from the D Runner. What else is from the D Runner? D Runner. It's also a face piece. D Runner. Red. So it's either black or it's red. I can't seem to find it. stickers are killing. Curse you 2000 and whatever. Let me try moving on. So this just hooks onto the back. So it's part of the backpack. We can come back to it later. Knowing me, I probably have it somewhere in the backpack bag. Or the effects bag, as I like to call it. Actually, I don't know. Can I see? Let's see. I'll get this part now. I feel like I can do this later. Oh, what's this? Here it is. Look at that. Looks like a piece of nut. There it is. So, head on, apply directly to the forehead. I don't even know where that came from. That was like inside the chest or something. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. There we go. It plugs into the back. This goes into here. Makes sense. And then we have this. I think this is the right one. Huh. Usually you don't get the right one in the first try. So I'm not sure if I'm aiming for the top or the bottom. Go for the bottom. There we go. Yeah, nice snapping in sound. So we have this. Step 1. Step 1, 1. That was like 1A. 1, 2. Don't know what that is. Is that this? Or this. Or it could be both. And then these. So it looks like we're looking at the waist connecting, right? Waist connecting wrist. Arm thingies. On and on. It says. Oh, that's done. So. So this is going to define whether it's the left or the right arm, I guess. So these are the shoulders. That's not the word I was looking for, but that's a word. It's supposed to go right on top. So that either tells me this is the wrong one, like it's pre-molded, or it's just been put on the wrong way. Is it supposed to slide over it regardless of whether it's right or not? That's perfect then. These two are pretty much flush. And when it's flush like that, it goes into the top corner. So. Not the best ball joint. Now that we're this far in the build, my opinion's kind of, or at least points-wise, my opinion's starting to change. I'm starting to get like a whole sort of limited articulation, limited use feeling out of this. You know, like civilian style limitations. Could you imagine? They probably would do that in real life, like. Or in lore, like they would like limit the articulation of the civilian unit so it couldn't compete with a military model. They'd like put like a what's it called in the Star Wars, like a bolt clamp or something that like limits computer processing power for droids and stuff. Or straining bolts. It's funny, it says to put it on, but there's like this huge gap in the middle. There's this side, this space in the sides. See that? You can see that from that far away. It's a huge amount of space in the sides. Feels wrong. No, I'm sorry. Oh, I did not do. Okay, wait, I missed a step. That's yeah. So I cut this on, and then this seals it in place. Interesting. Okay. Put on the front half of the chest, which has a ball that connects it to the waist unit. Oh, did I skip this head assembly? Nope, that comes on later, but I skipped the neck assembly. Yeah. Man, this stuff's all over this map menu. This instruction manual is all over the map. Oh wait, I didn't finish the backpack. No, I'll do it later. Just come back to the top. Hold on. That's the. Okay, wait a second. At what point? 1 3 1 3 1 4. Here it says use 1 3. Where the fuck is 1 3? Okay, 1 3 is up here. What? D12. D21. I missed that. It's like one thing. In like the far left corner. Can I? Oh, this is a real good place for me to use this. That might have been the best way to have that thing open up. If I was going to. Move the arm to it until it pops out. There we go. Smarts. Okay, D21 just goes in here. And then snapping. There you go. Good Samson. I'd love to see the improvements over the 2010s version of the Astray over this. I do like the way the shoulder articulates in it. It's just not a whole lot of range, but it's an interesting movement pattern. That, and then just to make sure. Okay, should be fine. Seal that in, have a nice little red sticker. And then put that chest on. Looking like a bird. And then steps on how to make the backpack. I'm gonna save that for a minute. Okay. There's the chin, there's the neck, there's the antenna. taking the steps. Okay, that freaking sucked. The thing died and then went like half an hour of like no content. Whatever. Finished the wing binders. These are pretty cool. I'm not sure what's going on with this one, man. This one seems stiffer. Might have put it in wrong or something. Yeah. These do what they do. Just a little, everything's a little bit stiffer than what you're used to with modern kits. But it's nice to look back. What's that? That's this. Let's open these and spread the weight out a little bit. Yep. This one's just weirdly busted. This is being so hard to get in. Finish the shield, finish the weapons, gotta get the cash, gotta get the dead. This is just a standard beam saber as it is, huh? Doesn't need anything else. It's a nice handle piece though. They're usually more complex, but the lack of complexity here is kind of cool. Just goes in the one hand. I wonder if that fits in the sword with the gun hand. Throw it off to the side. So flip the page over. Did we miss the gun or something? I think we did, yeah. Skipped over that. With the hand, because I guess there's nothing else to put in that hand except for the gun or the sword. Yep, over here. Okay, so we have what, 3 pieces? Pretty simple. I'll do the shield first since I forgot. Forward or back. And this handle has like no articulation. So we have classic shield connector piece. Okay. That's gun to gun. So I'm thinking copy this. So this goes in the back. not neater. Neat. This looks a lot nicer than I thought it would. Okay. So there are these tiny little things in the arm that I didn't really pay much attention to. This one or the other one. I like the shield design. It's a shame there's no sticker or anything here. You could just color it yourself, I guess. Hands seem to be universally the same. That's cool. So let me see. Can I put the gun in the left hand? There's no trigger, so seems to work. Cool. You don't normally get to put the guns in the left hand, so that's nice. Whenever you can. And then this cross-guarded beam saber. I feel like in a modern kit they would make this thing 2 pieces just so you didn't have to disassemble the hand to put it on. Alternatively, you could always just cut a hole and do it yourself. So that means it should be able to do the same either way with the sword and the gun. There you go. Cool. So yeah, very simple, a little, flimsy and whatnot in certain places. That's what it was like back in the 2000s. That's why pretty much all these freaking Seed and Stargazer kits seem to come with their own stands, I wager. Well yeah, not entirely underwhelming. Just a couple rough pieces here and there. And it's always nice to get the full runner out of the way. Rarely happens. So let's see here. So the shield is just a pure white. We're just taking a look at some of the color correction. Oh, I forgot to use, there's a sticker that's supposed to go around this, but it seems a little unnecessary, especially. You can kind of see a rough outline of where the sticker would go if you want to paint it yourself. It's a panel lining and I want to color the thrusters. So this white line isn't supposed to be here, but I kind of like it. Maybe I change the color, but not remove this color separation in here. Color the gun black. I could easily do that with gunmetal colors I have. And yeah. Let me read this again. I keep forgetting. Deep Space Survey and Development. Oh, okay. Thought it was Division. So that is, limited articulation here is going to kill me. This would be a great kit to do an upgrade, because I think it would really shine if it had modern day articulation. But it has cool gimmicks and a very nice design, and it's a cool usage too. It's not just another generic military kit. It's a deep survey expeditionary kit, which I guess might go into some contact, or I don't know. Just has the gun doing if in case it encounters alien life or to blow up rocks or something. Yeah. Cool design. I need to see if like one of the ball joints in the leg is wrong or something. But yeah, otherwise it's like, it's pretty middling. It's definitely not the worst thing I've built so far. I can stand up on its own relatively well. Yeah. Would I recommend this? Probably not to anybody who's up to the quality of like modern kits, but you know, this being probably one of the oldest things I've built so far. Yeah, to compare it to other stuff. Oh good, it's not clashing with the stand. So that's good. Use a different clip for this one. Let's see, what can we do here with the release twist here? But I kind of want the gun to still be visible. Also, I'm not looking at the camera, so I'm going to give it this what it looks like. Use that limited foot articulation the best way we can. And then these are giving me some weird problems. If they're closing on their own or whatnot. So what was I saying before? Letting me cut myself off. I definitely want to recommend this to anyone who's up to the quality of modern kits. It would be fun to maybe get this and try and like switch out all the parts you can and give it like the better articulation. But otherwise, yeah, you can totally pass on this. There's definitely better stuff even just here as well as out there. You can probably find a better grunt style suit, but I do like it for what it is. And yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I don't want to take any more of your time, but if you are willing to spend more of your time, hit me up on the Discord where I'm posting photos and general information about the channel and the kits that we've been building and everything else over there. Follow me on the Twitch where we live stream video games and other stuff. And same on the YouTube where it all gets archived and you wind up eventually anyways. And once again, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep on dreaming. Poutine, out! Peace.